How's it, everyone? Wayne the Unknown here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Con Talk, where we basically will be discussing everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. I am joined here by Oregon-based cosplayer FunFettie Peeps. How are we doing, Chloe?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So, for those who are familiar with the show, and for since you're new here, we'll be talking about how you got into cosplay, the cosplays you've done, the conventions you've gone to, some advice, and stuff like that. So, to begin, how long have you been cosplaying for?
Well, that's an interesting question because for like Halloween and stuff, I would always do, like really nerdy costumes. Like one time I cosplayed Breakfast Princess for Halloween from Adventure Time. But I would say like the first time I wore like a costume was to a convention was I think like in middle school, like sixth or seventh grade. I wore like a little Pikachu costume to Eugene Comic Con, actually. That was a while ago. But I got like really into cosplay about 3 or 4 years ago.
Nice. Do you
Yeah,
remember what your very first convention was? I mean, aside from Eugene Con?
I think a little bit. The first like one I went to after like becoming a cosplayer, like being like, oh, I'm a cosplayer now, was like Rose City 2018. That was
Yes.
and I went as I don't remember. To think about it. I went as Terra from Teen Titans, and then also Yo Watanabe from Love Live. I only went 2 days.
Nice. And that's a pretty big con.
Yeah, I went the year before with one of my friends, but we didn't like really cosplay a lot. But it's pretty big.
So what got you into cosplaying?
Uh, well, I've always liked nerdy stuff, and I just wanted a way, I guess, to find friends outside of school. The way I went to school, it was really interesting. I just hung out with mostly the same people my whole like school experience. So it was really nice to like meet new people. And also I love sewing and I love like making like crafting and stuff like that. So it was a really good way to have like a creative output, like an outlet.
Nice. And Rose City, that's a pretty big con. What was it like going to such a big con in Oregon?
Um, well now I've been to bigger, so I have like a perspective on it. But like the first time, I kind of had like a expectation. I don't know, so I wasn't like too worried. Like I went like on YouTube and I was like, how to survive a big convention, what to pack for a big convention, stuff like that. And uh, it wasn't. Luckily, I had my friends with me, so I wasn't like alone the whole time. But it wasn't too overwhelming. I'll say that.
Well, that's good at least. It
Yeah,
sounded like you enjoyed it though.
I did. It was really fun seeing like my favorite part is like the artist alley. And so it's really fun seeing like all the booths and then also like all the cosplayers and getting to be like, oh my God, you're cosplaying, blah, blah, blah. That's so cool.
So, sorry, I'm still kind of waking up here.
I I understand yesterday I did like a shoot with my cosplay group and we were like out in the cold and like woke up like at 8 a.m. and like stayed up the night before until like 2. So I'm also like, oh my God.
Hold on. So, for first-time con goers, what advice would you want to give, especially if they want to go to like a small con or if they want to go to a big con?
For a small con, I would like be prepared to like not find stuff to do. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, and be prepared that it's not going to be like a whole day thing, especially if you're not like in cosplay. If you're like just going as a normal person, you should be prepared to not be able to spend the whole day there because that's one thing I find, especially with like Comic Cons, considering that's not like my main interest. It's more like anime and video games. So it's good to like look around in the outside world to see if there's other stuff you'd want to do. But obviously, look at the schedule, maybe have like a rough idea of what you want to do, and be prepared. Bring everything that you think you would bring, or have one of your friends bring everything that you think you might like need. And that goes for a big convention too. And then for a big convention, I would make sure you have someone with you. I'm not the best with this rule, considering I went to like a convention, a pretty like medium-sized convention in France by myself, but I was fine. But like, especially if it's your first time going to a convention, try to find someone to go with you so that one, it won't be overwhelming. And if you need help or anything, you have someone there to help you.
So you've traveled and cosplayed internationally then.
Yeah.
What con did you go to in France?
Well, I took a like a gap year abroad and I went to about, I would say like five or so conventions. So I can now list them off. So the first one was Angers Geek Fest, and that was like the town I was staying in. And it was like, I would say it was about the size of like a little bit smaller than like Kumo, I would say. Like French conventions are like different than, it's hard to explain. They're more like, I don't know, I'm trying to like marketable. I don't know. It's hard to explain without like going and seeing. And then I went to Paris Manga, which is in Paris, and that was really big and really a lot. And then I went to a small like college convention in outside of Paris, which was nice. And then I went to um Japan Nantes, which was like about the same size as Angers Geek Fest. And then I went to a lot.
It
And then
sounds
I went
like it.
to Japan Expo, which is like the biggest convention in Paris, and it might be like the in France, and it might be like the biggest convention, one of the
Oh
biggest conventions
wow.
in Europe.
I
It was crazy.
I guess also advice for those who live in the States if they want to travel to a international convention in any other
Yeah,
country. Advice you would want to give for you know, going attending a con in a different
yeah.
continent.
At least for like the really big ones. When I went to Japan Expo, that's what I'll talk about. It's really big, so with a lot of people who aren't French and are like from other neighboring countries. So a lot of the vendors won't will speak English, and it'll be like easy. And they won't speak like the language that's spoken there at all. I don't know about like Japan or like the like Canada or stuff like that. I don't. But for France, that's how it was. And obviously, I would learn some of the language that you're wherever you're going to make it a little bit easier. And especially for that one, I would go with someone, have people you go with because that's that's a lot.
As I call it, a convention exit buddy, someone you bring with you just in case
Yeah,
things just get a little too hectic at a con.
yeah. Especially in cosplay, that can be a lot.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, so is France the only country you've ever attended went to for conventions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I'm sure that was a fun experience, and I'm sure if you ever get the chance, you'd probably go back.
Yes, I really I'm trying to go to Japan Expo this July. So I only went 2 days last year and I want to go all 4 days. Yeah.
That's I guess now I'm kind of curious now, what's the cost to go to Japan Expo in France?
So besides like the plane ticket, which obviously depends on when you buy and all that stuff, it's actually surprisingly like the same price as to go like for the con ticket, it's like the same price to go to like Rose City. It's only like $90 for 4 days. It's less than that right now because of the pre-sale stuff, but and then like obviously the hotel would be like I probably like $400 for like two people, I would say.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah,
not too terribly bad.
it's not that expensive. I mean,
Um,
it's
nice.
expensive, but for what it is, it's not like whoa.
So, would that be the biggest convention you've attended then?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think like it's like I did the math one time and it's about I'm trying to think. It's like 10, 15 times the size of Rose City, like the attendance of people who went.
So
Really
it's
big.
like some of your bigger conventions here in the States, like Anime
Yeah.
Expo and
I would say it's about the
Dragon
same
Con.
size as those.
That's crazy.
I know.
Um, so yeah, and you answered my question about like the convention exit buddy thing. So I guess time to move on to cosplay stuff. Um, so when it's a cosplayer's first time cosplaying or someone who wants to get into cosplay and they're on a budget, would you recommend thrifting?
I love thrifting. I've made a lot of costumes for thrifting. and like especially like accessory pieces. Like you'll be surprised how far a freaking brown belt will get you. I have like this, I bought this brown belt for I don't even remember who, but I've used it in like 5 cosplays, or like brown boots also. There's so much use for it. And also like shoes, that's a good way. That's a good thing to thrift. I think thrifting is an amazing option and it's very like
Nice.
sustainable.
What's been your favorite thrifted cosplay?
Oh, I have to think a little bit about that. I would say, well, usually when I thrift cosplays, I like edit them, like I like sew stuff onto them. And this one's not 100% thrifted, but it's like 80%. The only thing I didn't thrift was like the shirt. I bought it at Walmart. And it was Victor Grant's from Identity V. And I like bought the pants and I used that brown belt that I bought forever ago and the brown boots, also thrifted, and I like sew the little they have like little they're like meant to be like dolls kind of. So they have like little patchwork on them and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What con was he for?
Well, I made him during like COVID, so I didn't have like a convention to, but I recently brought him to WasabiCon
Nice. Victor Grants.
from
I
Identity V.
I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, it's a like a it's kind of like a Dead by Daylight clone for like the
Oh,
phone. Yeah, there he is.
oh, it does look like a doll.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. How long did he take to make? And what was the process like?
it didn't take that long because I kind of had everything already. It was really easy. It probably took about, I would say, like a week, like just of looking for stuff and buying stuff and sewing it. It wasn't that complicated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see now. I guess we're moving right along here since you've answered a good chunk of my questions. Um, so so you said you also make your own cosplays?
Yeah, I
Nice.
do.
I guess advice for those who want to make their own cosplays as their first cosplay.
Oh, that's our first cosplay. That's a big thing to do. Well, hopefully you have sewing skills already, because that would be a lot. I my advice is just do it. Like this is a whole for everything that's creative. It's just like do it. It's gonna look bad. You're gonna be like, this is so bad. Even now, when I make stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. You just do it and then get it over with, even if you make mistakes. Don't be a perfectionist. Be a little bit of a perfectionist, but not a lot, because then you're never gonna get anything done if you don't like just do it. So if you're going to be cringe and it's okay, you will get better as you do it.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
So what's that one cosplay you haven't done in so long that you would like to bring back? Whether it's just the same version you did, or you would like to you would want to like update it.
I have to look. I have to look at all my cosplays. Excuse me. I have so many. It's hard to remember. I thought of it and then I forgot.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'll ask the next question. What's been that one and done cosplay? Was a cosplay you wanted to see what it's like doing a friend asked you, but like you haven't done it since.
Uh, I would say Peepee Me from Pop Team Epic. I was gonna do her with my friend. She was gonna do her name Popoco, I think, the girl with the blonde girl. But she never did it, and so I just have the costume, and I'm like, I was like, should I sell her or should I keep it? I don't know.
Oh,
And
so was she the one with you can tell me which one you
she's the
did.
blue-haired girl.
Oh, duh, duh, duh. I mean,
Yes, her.
okay. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people do cosplays of them where they're like holding up their middle fingers.
Yeah, they're silly. And then a cosplay that I want to do again would be maybe mm, Chiaki from Danganronpa, because
Who?
I Chiaki, I don't
Mm,
remember her last name from Danganronpa.
Shiaki. Okay, I'm probably
Mm,
spelling that wrong.
she's
So,
it.
what was it like doing Shiaki from Danganronpa for the first time?
Well, that was a while ago. It was like in 2019. So, uh, was interesting. Uh, I was also like kind of during like the COVID era, and but it was really fun. I like glued a bunch of like glitter in my face, and I went to the mall and cosplay as her one time. I thought it was fun. I didn't have like her like actual outfit, so I kind of just like did like a closet cosplay. But I recently bought from a friend her like actual outfit, so I was thinking of like doing her again for fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
Looking her up. Oh, I know who she is now.
yeah, she's like the gamer girl.
She's the well, I'll show a bigger picture as well, but
Yeah, yeah, that one.
okay, so it's spelled Chiaki, not okay, not this way I spelled it.
It's
Hmm,
understandable.
nice. What's been your favorite cosplay of all time? Like no matter what, you'll always cosplay because it's your favorite.
I really like just she's as a character. She's a lot because if idol cosplays and like idol anime, they have lots of outfits. I really like Nozumi Tojo from Love Live. I have her like uniform outfit and I have her cafe maid outfit.
Oh, she's the one with the purple hair.
Yeah, I just cosplayed her literally on Friday.
Nice. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
said you attended some like cosplay ice skating thing.
Yeah, it was a cosplay like roller skate thing at
Roller
Oaks
skate.
Park in Portland. Yeah. It
Nice.
was
What
really
was
cool, but it was
nice?
really crowded.
Oh, I saw pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
Nice. So since you've made cosplays, what's been your biggest cosplay project?
The one I just made for KumoriCon was Shizuku and Irie from Project Sakai. I just wore it yesterday
Shizuku from
again.
Shizuku from Project Sakai.
Yes.
Okay, nice. What was like the biggest part of making that cosplay?
The skirt. I will go get it. It's like across my room. I can show
All
you.
right,
It's
let me just
so
pause this real
big.
quick.
All right.
And
So here's the skirt.
her name is Shijuku from what?
Shizuku. So like
She Shizuku, and she's from
Project Sekai.
Project Shizuku Project Sakai. Oh, yeah, I did see your picture of that.
Yeah.
Again, I'll be showing another actual picture, but
Yes. That is her.
that's a long wig too.
Yeah. I've worn longer wigs, but it's still a lot. Like I glued yeah, yesterday I like glued her hair, like her hair bangs to my face, and the whole time I was like, I cannot see. So the biggest and most annoying part was the skirts because I made hers and then another girl's outfit, but they're like the same. And so it's like a giant like cake, basically.
How
It's like
long did
5 layers.
how long did that take to make?
I think about let me look because I timed it and have like it in Cos Planner, amazing app Cos Planner. My skirts, it says to do a little bit of math. 5, 7, 6, about 11, 12 hours just on the skirt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because the bottom layer, it's like painted. So I had to wait for like the paint to dry because it's like a piano. I know.
Now, is this
Hard
an
to see.
anime video game character?
It's from a rhythm game, like a phone rhythm game.
Ah, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I've heard of
Yeah.
those. Nice.
It's like a gotcha game.
I've heard of those. So, if I remember correctly, for Anna Medford 2020, yeah, 2020, because this won't come out till 23, you actually entered the cosplay contest. What has it been like competing in cosplay contests?
That was like my first time I've done it in a while because when I went to France, I didn't bring that many costumes with me because there would be a lot of stuff to pack. But it's pretty, it's nice. Um, I think the Annie Medford one was a little large, and like I think it would have been nice if they like split it up into like different categories. Would have helped also. But it's really fun, especially like when you win something. I can imagine it'd be very rewarding. And but it's also good to just get up there and stand on the stage and people cheer you on for like your work that you spent lots of time on.
Nice. Who was the character that you cosplayed for the anime for 2022 cosplay
It
contest?
was Honika Kosika from Love Live in her snow halation outfit. I have her. Honika. I have
Okay.
her in a different outfit right here, but this is what she looks like.
Okay, yeah, okay, I remember now. And it was her snow outfit?
Like her snow halation. Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm making you write all the
Oh no,
long Japanese anime.
it's okay. I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
So I guess advice for those who are wanting to get into a cosplay contest, what would you like to give for that?
I would say just again, just do it and also look at the rules because sometimes they'll have like a rule. They'll be like you can only enter if you've made like 60% of your costume or like 75% of your costume. And sometimes you'll make like a really big piece of it and then you'll be like, wait, this is only 25% of the costume. I didn't make the rest of it. I can't enter. And also, I know that at least at KomoriCon, there's also the skit contest, which is which is what I did with my cosplay group. And you could also do that if you didn't make your costume. You just have to have a skit.
Oh yeah, no, I know a good chunk of cons, especially the big ones, they at least want your cosplay to be 80 to 90% made by
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Just a lot,
Oh,
especially if you like
I
find
believe it.
stuff and edit it.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah.
Future cosplays you're currently working on, you would love to do.
Well, for the next convention I'm going to is going to be Fan Expo in Portland, and I'm planning to do Cosmo from Chainsaw Man.
Kazuma, is she the one with the black hair or red hair?
She's not in the anime yet.
Oh,
She's
she's in
the
the
one,
manga.
yeah. She's like a zombie. She has like pink hair and she has like a little brain coming out of her head.
I'm
And,
gonna
like,
look her up right
yeah,
now.
we're having
By the time this comes out, I'll be able to show the picture of the cosplay as well.
yeah. Wow.
Well, yeah, because this won't come out till like middle later of 2023.
Hello, the future.
Cosmo Chainsaw Man. I'm looking her up right now. Or them up, I should say.
Yeah, she's a girl. Don't worry.
Cos I how do you
Cosmo
pronounce it?
like
How do you pronounce her
Cosmo
name?
like her name?
Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
Cosmo like Cosmo and Wanda, like from Fairy Odd Taxi.
Cosmo. Okay, I spelled that wrong. So this is what I found, and well, I'm not gonna show that because this is PG-13. All right, I guess
Yes.
let me just
She
let me
she
just
has four other
let me
girlfriends,
just
and I
cover
think
the
I know what you're
part.
talking about.
That's
Oh
her.
yes. Yes, that is
Okay,
her.
I'm just covering my finger up,
Yes.
and
She
I'll
has a
probably
little brain coming out of her head.
is that where you're gonna try to incorporate that in the wig?
Yes. I don't know how
Okay.
I'm gonna do it yet, but it's gonna happen.
Well, when I show the picture of the cosplay, I'll probably like blur it out, but I think people will still
Okay.
get the idea. Okay then.
And then on Saturday, I'm gonna be doing with my cosplay group, another Love Live cosplay, another Idol cosplay. It's I can just show you a picture because I don't know. It'd be hard to find. I'll
Okay.
show the picture.
So yeah, like I
Uh,
said, by the time this comes out, I'm sure you'll have the cosplay photos by then.
yes, I hope so. I'll definitely have this one. I'm getting it for Christmas, so it will definitely be here by then.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to search for it though.
While you're searching for that, what has been your favorite convention to attend so far?
I have to think about it. I really liked well obviously I really liked Japan Expo because it was like kind of different. It was so big it was so big they have like the like booths with like the like Nintendo was there and then like One Piece was there and I was just like this is crazy. It was a lot. And I would say for like local conventions, think about it. I would really I really like obviously Kumo, even though we know that this year it was a little I
Chaotic,
was
from what I
it was
heard,
not
but
the best.
I heard I heard people still enjoy themselves for those who
Yes.
could, and I'm hoping
I
that
still had a good time, but it was still
yeah, I heard the stories. I did a short podcast panel on that.
and then besides Kumo, I would say there used to be a convention in Kaiser next to Salem that was like MiyakoCon.
I've heard of MiyakaCon, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to find like a picture of it. I cannot. I'm like searching so hard right now.
Well, while you're searching for that, I'll go on to the next question. Have you ever had con crunch, like a cosplay you were working on just before the con?
Yeah. These like the cosplays I just showed you the Shizuku one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like working on it on Thursday night of the convention because I made mine and then my friend's costume also. And so it was like I didn't stay up that late, but I was like at 12 o'clock and I was like, I have to finish the skirt. I want to go to bed. I have to finish it.
Um,
But
so,
yes.
so a question I asked, continue with that. So if a cosplayer is con crunching and they know they can't finish that cosplay just in time, would you recommend that they either, dress casual or bring a spare cosplay if they cannot finish that cosplay the night before?
Obviously it depends on the situation. For me, I do a lot of like cosplay groups and like performances. So I would like, I don't know, I would wear what I had and figure something out. But if it was just like a normal like day where I'm not like with anyone else or anything like that, I would just bring a different costume. And I found that the cosplay.
Oh, okay. Her
Yes,
like her okay.
she's like a cat.
All right. So Neko style Love Life cosplay. Okay. Neko Love Life cosplay. Nice. Um, so next question, because we're moving right along here. Cosplay or convention horror stories, or just weird experiences you've had at conventions?
I'll have to think about that a little bit. Or like go back in my brain. The one thing that I think of was that like the Rose City I was talking about where I cosplayed Tara. I don't know if you remember, but it was really hot, really, really hot. And it was so hot that like I had like pleather like bags. She had like bags on her belt,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like melted off during the convention. Like I hot glued them like together, and the hot glue melted because it was so hot.
No.
And so like because I was thinking like I was like, oh, I don't have to bring a bag. I have all the little pockets, and then they fell off, and I was like, oh my god, it was sad.
Oh, that's never fun.
No, yeah. But besides that, I've had a pretty good convention experience. I've never had anything horrible happen to me.
So, the next question is cosplay mishaps. Whether it was a wig that fell off, a piece broke off, snapped, teared, ripped. Aside from the Terra belt.
Yeah. I'll have to think about it. I feel like there's something, but I always like I feel like I'm blocking my brain has blocked it off from me or something like that. Um like going back in my brain. Besides like forgetting pieces, I don't think I've ever had anything like fall off. I've had well during this is just a funny thing. During my our practice for the skit contest at KumoriCon, one of our we did like a little dance and one of our members she like fell.
Oh
But
no.
besides she was okay. She's okay.
Oh, that's good.
But besides that, I can't think of anything, which is
Nice.
good.
Well, that's good. So a question I think I'm gonna start asking more of these because it's kind of pertaining to the future cosplays, but what is that one dream cosplay? Like it's a character you always wanted to cosplay, but you've never got the chance to cosplay them.
Okay. I will show you it also. It's from Love Live. It's it's they had like a collab with Grand Blue Fantasy, which is it's also another gotcha game. I never played it before.
I've heard of Grand Blue
Yeah.
Fantasy.
And they made them like magical girls and there's Kotori Minami, which is one of my favorite characters, and it's just so beautiful. And
That's
like
gonna be definitely that's like
it,
it's gonna be a big build, and especially
it'd be
the
yeah,
the thing you have. That's gonna take
yeah,
some
with like the
time.
box, it'd be a
Oh yeah.
lot.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a future thing that would take time to. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat
Oh
also
no.
attacking the cat tree.
Eh,
Yes.
you want to have your cat make a little appearance?
Yes. Damn. Hey, Dave. My famous cat.
Mm. Oh, is she pretty kitty?
She's like, I want to get out of here. She's
Oh, she's so
she's just took a
adorable.
nap and now she's awake.
Oh, she's so does see her little tail. So adorable.
Yes.
Fun experience, fun convention experience. Like, it's something to this day you'll always remember because it was like the best thing ever to happen at a
Oh
con.
my god. Uh, well, when I was in France, I guess I have two stories. I have like a sweet like heart story and just like more like a funny story. And
Mhm.
that will be like a heartwarming story or something like that that I can
Okay,
save it for.
okay.
Okay, but a great happy convention memory I have is when I was in France. And well, I live in Eugene, and we have like a round one, which is like the like arcade. I don't know if you've ever been. It's like an arcade that has like Japanese
Never
rhythm games.
been. I've never been, but if wait, you said there's an Japanese arcade there in Eugene?
Yeah, it's called round one.
I think I may have to make a trip to Eugene one of these
Yeah,
days.
you gotta go. It's so amazing. And they have like rhythm games and like fighting games and like regular arcade machines and like um UFO catchers and stuff like that. And so they don't have arcades in France. Not kind of surprising considering they don't really have that like kind of cultural thing of, you know,
May
arcade culture.
it's understandable.
Yeah. And so I went to Japan Expo and they had one of my favorite like rhythm dance games. It's kind of like DDR. It's like more intense DDR. It's like called Dance Rush Stardom. It has
I
like a
th
giant like sparkly floor, LED floor.
I've heard of that, yeah.
It's so fun, and I was like so happy. I like was like, oh my god, I haven't played this game in like a year. I'm so excited. And then I like killed it. It was did so good that they have like these little like Japan Expo like dollar like yens, like little paper bills that you could like exchange for stuff. I think that's like a thing they do at like bigger conventions. I know it was interesting, but it was like five because I did so good. They were like, here, you can have this 500 yen thing. I was like, thank you so much. But I had the time of my life playing that game. I was so excited.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the heartfelt one that you want to share, if you like to?
Okay. Well, when I was another France one, obviously being in another culture, it was very, isolating, I guess. And I was working as like an English teaching assistant at elementary school, so I didn't really see people my age. So I was really excited for this convention, the convention in my town, which is Angers Geek Fest. And I went like the whole day and like no one talked to me. I went to the people and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your cosplay. Can I take a picture? Can I have your Instagram and stuff like that? But no one like came up to me and was like, oh my gosh, I love your cosplay. Until like um the the end of the day, I was like sitting down. They're like really big on like these blind bags that have like bootleg merch in them. And I was opening that because I was like, well, I haven't bought anything. I'm gonna buy this. And then this girl who is all now my friend, obviously, she came up to me and was like, oh my gosh, I love your cosplay. I was wearing the cosplay I wore at Annie Medford, the Honoka one. And he's like, there's like no Love Life cosplays, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then basically we became like best friends and she's like
Aw.
my best friend now. And that's like one of the reasons I really want to go back to Japan Expos is so I can see her again. She's so
Aw,
sweet. Yeah.
that's really cute.
Yeah.
So last but not least, just in general, any advice you want to give out there for those who want to attend cons, whether it's here in the States or in a different country, or who want to cosplay?
My advice is obviously what I said earlier. Just do it with anything creative. It's gonna be bad at first with like that's like when people ask like, how do you draw so well? How do you get so good at drawing? It's practice. You're not gonna get good unless you do it over and over again. That's the same thing with like makeup and wig styling and sewing and whatever else there is involved in cosplay, foam building, stuff like that. I also would say try to make friends because at least for me, a lot of the friends I already had weren't like really into cosplay and they won't like, and so not to be like they think that cosplay is weird, but they're not like the people that go out to a convention. So I would definitely try to make some people in the make friends with people in the community, and then they can also like tell you what they're doing, and you can have improve faster, stuff like that.
That's some. I guess you're okay. That's some pretty sound advice, though. I mean,
Yeah,
and I know you, and I'm sure you can agree that cosplay is for everyone, and also cosplay does not equal consent.
yeah. I've I luckily haven't had problems with that, but I definitely have lots of friends who have had people be weird to them, and I've one of my friends, she not to be like get lower the mood, but had someone like kiss her on the face. It was really weird.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah,
That's not creepy
yeah,
at all.
it was bad.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe it.
Yeah,
That's I know. I think that should do it again. Chloe, thank you for coming on to share your cosplay and convention experience. And looking forward to seeing the cosplays you have for the 2023 season.
yeah, I'm really excited for next year too. You can, is this my time to plug everything and be?
Yes, drop as a good buddy of mine says, drop those pluggables.
Yeah, so you can see me. These are the conventions I know I'm going to next year. I'm going to Fan Expo in Portland. I'm going to Everything Con in Springfield. You should come to that. That's a thing that's happening. Going to Mid Valley Convention in Salem. And
Oh, the Mid Valley Comet Expo. I'm hoping I can go to that.
it looks so cool. I'm so excited. Then I'm going to Rose City and Wasabi Con and Kumo. That's everything. And then you can follow me on Instagram as at FunFettie Peeps. It says on my thing. I don't know where
Right
it is on
down
my thing.
below.
It says there, and it says in the description. And then I'm also everywhere else at FunFettie, with a free and a one. So on TikTok and Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah,
Nice.
I know.
Well, links to those will be in the description below. Again, Funfetti, thank you for coming on to Cosplay Con Talk. And as always, I'm Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for watching.